Hi, this is Erin from Blossy Bee. Welcome to my channel. The plan for this video is to create some cute little dog themed fridge magnets, and I'm going to use satin finish 30mm timber rounds and decals from a recent Temu order. So let's get started. The little timber rounds that I'm using, I just purchased from my local, probably the equivalent of a dollar store, a discount store. And they have a lovely satin finish. They are 30mm. And I set my Fiskars circle cutter to around about 2.8 to 2.9 millimeters, as I want to keep just the slightest timber edge around the decals so that I can seal them properly onto the timber round. I find if I cut exactly the same size, it's quite difficult to get them to be firmly stuck down. So after I've cut the circle out, I am putting the rest of the decal to the side, only because you never know, I might want to cut little patterns out of them one day. And then I carefully adhere the decal to the timber round, smoothing it down and making sure there's no bubbles. Now, this was a pack of 50 dog-themed decals that I purchased from Temu, and I'll link that order in the description box for you to see. I decided to choose the dogs I did because they didn't have their head close up to the rim of the circle. I didn't want to be sort of going over that edge. So if you're wondering why I've chosen some and not others, that's the reason why. Now this little one, I wanted to show you the back of the paper didn't cut properly through, but the front did. So as soon as I peeled it off, it was perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just speed up this next little section because I'm going to be just repeating that same procedure over and over, just choosing the dog image, cutting it with the Fiskars circle cutter, and then applying it to the timber rounds. So after I have applied the decals to all of the little timber rounds, I am ready to seal them, and I'm going to use Podge Hard Coat. Now Hard Coat is a really lovely Mod Podge product. It is designed to adhere timber, paper, things like that, and it does give you this one will give me a satin sheen finish. If I do 2 coats, which is my intention, if you wanted to do more, you can actually apply the coats and then lightly sand in between. And if you do up to 5 coats, I think you can get quite a glossy look. But I'm interested in a matte appearance for this one. And so I start applying it with the brush, but very quickly realise that it's much easier to use my fingers. And luckily for me, I love the feel of, don't judge me too harshly, I love the feel of the Mod Podge on my fingers, especially when it dries and I can peel it off. Shouldn't have said that, but anyway, it's true. So I just go ahead and do that to all of these, and we'll fast forward. As I was sealing these, the number I had made was driving me crazy. I had to change that quite quickly, so I ended up making a few more, and these ones I'm going to go ahead and seal, and then as soon as I finish those, I will give all of them a second coat. So it is time now to pop the magnets on. Now, I had 3 types of magnets available to me, and I wanted to test to see if they all had a really good magnetic attraction to my refrigerator. And they did. So that means I could use any of them. And I think I've got the most of these little grey ones. So that, oh, this is what happens. So that's what I'm going to do. But I thought you might like to have a little bit of fun with me as we're doing these. I know many of you love dogs. So we have 24 dogs here, and I thought it would be fun to see if we can work out what they all are and maybe agree or disagree on the breeds. And you could also let me know in the comments if you have any of these breeds or if you have in the past, and I'd love it if you wanted to share a photo of your dog if they match one of these breeds as well. Alright, I think I've mentioned before my favourite breed is Scruffy, and unfortunately these are all a bit more posh than Scruffy. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to do, I'm very comfortable saying that that's a Corgi. So that'll be number 1, Corgi. So if you're writing this down on a piece of paper to see how we go, you can do number 1, Corgi. Alright, I'll just put the teeniest little dab on here. Put that on the back. And there we go. Alright, this little one, I feel pretty confident in saying that that is a Pekingese. So What do you think it is? You could agree, disagree, have a different theory. I'd love to know. Alright, that's our Pekingese done. Okay, this one I feel pretty confident in saying that that is a Basset Hound. Look at the long ears, and they just always look a bit sad, don't they? So we'll do number 3, I think, is a Basset Hound. Now, number 4, I was lucky enough to own one of these. I think this is a Samoyed. Now, my Samoyed arrived in my life as she was a stray, and for some reason I called her Samoyed. It's terrible in hindsight. And she was a lovely dog, but all she wanted to do was pull and run, which, you know, good on her. And I ended up having to rehome her, and she went to a lovely family who absolutely adored her. Okay, so this little one, I feel fairly confident saying this is probably a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. And I know that because there's a few sort of around where I live that I see being walked. And also my sister has a cavoodle, which is a poodle crossed with a King Charles Cavalier. Now, hello, look at you. Absolutely a Shar-Pei, because the wrinkles, so many wrinkles. And I do feel for them being bred that way, because it must make their breathing very, very difficult. Very old breed of dog, I believe. Okay, and this one I would say is a miniature Schnauzer. Oh, I do love them when I see them out and about. They always just look so sophisticated and put together. Very handsome. So I'm going to say that you're a miniature Schnauzer. Okay, this funny little one, I'm going to say that's a Maltese Terrier. I haven't ever really met a lot of purebred Maltese Terriers, but I've met an awful lot of crossbreed Maltese Terrier. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if my two dogs, somewhere in their genetic background, had some Maltese Terrier. They seem to be very, very popular, and often crossed with Shih Tzus or poodles, like a multi-poo. So that's that one. Okay, so you are a pug. Look at you. I have some very dear friends who bred pugs and who also had them as pets. They were the most beloved animals imaginable, and they came on holiday with us once, and that was a trip and a half. I lost one of their dogs in the snow, but luckily, dogs doing what dogs do, the dog sought out human company and also another dog at the local pub and was quite happy and didn't realise that they were in fact lost and that we were looking everywhere. Alright, this one is definitely, I'd say, a Springer Spaniel. Look at those beautiful ears. So, get that one glued down. Okay, now look at you. I don't see many of these around anymore, but I used to when I was younger, and these are Airedale Terriers and very handsome, and they can be very big too. They have that gorgeous sort of wheaten colour and that sort of more boxy sort of shaped snout, and they look so handsome. Okay, so I would say this is a little dachshund, and they are extremely popular in Tasmania at the moment. If you go for a walk on the beach or you know, down any track, you often see them. Mainly short-haired ones, although there are a few long-haired ones around, and they're very cute. Alright, the next one is a little poodle. I think, anyway. You might not agree, but that's what I'm thinking. Poodle. And very, very smart breed. Often are very popular because of their coat being less likely to cause allergies than some others. And here we have our smiling, I'm going to say you are a golden retriever. Just the big, happy, goofy toddler of the dog world. My friend has 2 golden retrievers, and another friend of mine breeds golden retrievers, and the one, my friend Erica, who breeds golden retrievers, actually has the most magnificent therapy dogs. I'm not sure if that's the right word for them, therapy dogs, but they're dogs that go into hospitals and palliative care wards and things like that, and just the most gorgeous, gentle nature. And she has also brought them into my school to listen to children read, so they are reading dogs as well. Okay, this next one I think is a Shiba Inu. I just sort of definitely recognise that very distinctive sized head and the ears. I almost can't think when I've last seen a Shiba Inu around here. It's not a common dog breed. Another little dachshund. I've never owned a dachshund, but they are certainly very popular. Pop that little magnet on there. Okay, now I think you're a chow chow. I think you are a big, goofy, smiling chow. Here we go, and another little poodle. Oh, why it's got a necklace on, I don't know. Not really my thing, dressing up dogs, but some people are into it, aren't they? I just hope that the dogs are okay with it. And then, just looking at our very handsome next one, I would say that this is a Saint Bernard. And we definitely do have a couple of those around, and they are utterly magnificent. Very big dogs. A lot of fur as well. Very big, deep voice, but very beautiful. Okay, I think this is another Shiba Inu. And we'll get this one done. I wonder if I'd done the whole packet, whether there would have been 2 of each breed, maybe. I'm not sure. That was the Shiba Inu, and then I think that that's another Springer Spaniel. It's definitely Spaniel. I'm guessing Springer, but you might let me know in the comments if you disagree. You might own one of these. I think that the correct name for some of them is English Springer Spaniels. So I believe that the Spaniels have quite a few varieties, so to speak. And then the last 3 are ones that I had already put the magnets on. And I'm going to go Springer Spaniel. I'm going to go, Golden Retriever, Golden Retriever. Look at them, happy. There we go. So I'll let those just sit and dry for a little while, and then I'll set them up for a photo. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.